1878 casuals. We're talking Arsenal pregame. All right, let's have it, gentlemen. We got Face, we got Bish, we got Bandido Mike, we got I'm Sinatra. You already know. Let's hear it, boys. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Arsenal at home. That's our game, right?
Right.
We've been really successful with this one. Arsenal haven't been this. They haven't had a campaign start off this well in a long time, like Thierry Henry long, right? So interesting matchup.
Do you see this one going similar to Liverpool, where we like teams that'll come out and attack us, right? It gives us a chance to hit them on the break. Is this a good game for us to kind of open them up like we did Liverpool?
Doing Face looks like you're murdering someone.
I had no prop issue.
I was looking at some stats and
get in the cage.
They're not really like City or Liverpool where they like to have all the possession, 70% possession. They're right around 50% possession.
Okay.
And they score, I think it was 8 goals from open play, 4 from set pieces. So they don't look to dominate possession. So it'll be interesting to see. Will they? Obviously, they're going to come at us and try to get all 3 points, right? They're really feeling themselves right now. So is this a game for Rashford's speed up top, or is this a game for Ronaldo's hold up play? It'll be interesting to see. What do you guys think?
Well, Rashford, he tends to look better, right, when he's able to run out on counterattacks, right, than he does like when we're kind of like, trying to break a team down in the final third. He looks better like when he's able to use his speed and try to, go one-on-one or try to beat somebody.
What are you saying? You're shaking your head.
We just spent $85.5 million, and we're not even talking about a guy who should be starting straight away. And I understand where is Rashi and where is Sandro going to play, but right now we should be talking about our 2 brand new signings that are, one being Casemiro, and he hasn't even started a match, which I understand what Ten Hag is, what his placement is. You're not going to automatically go in and start. That's how I'm going to manage, which I understand that. But I think it excludes Antony when you spend $85 million, one of your most expensive purchases in a long time. I think he's got to start right away on the right wing, because that's what we've been needing, a true right winger, which is a left-footed winger. And we have 2 right-footed wingers. And in my opinion, I think Sancho should start over Rashford because he's been playing better. So I think Rashford should go to the bench and Ronaldo should be the striker. And Antony straight in right away.
Straight in the team.
Straight into the team.
And what about Casemiro? Casemiro starts too?
He should be starting. He should have started the last 2 games, but I understand why. But yes, I definitely think Casemiro has to start on Sunday. He's shown that he can control the ball. Yeah, he had 1 slip up against Southampton, but overall, he's one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. He's proven that. He's shown that, and now he just has to adapt to the Premier League, which is fine. And the only way to do that is by playing him all the time. And I get why people are praising McTominay, but I think he was invisible again in Southampton. I think he was terrible. I didn't even notice him most of the time. He did maybe 1 or 2 good passes, and that was it. I saw him. I forget who it was, but I saw him running after someone every time down the field. The ball gets played over him, and he's running down the field, and Martinez and Varane and even Jalot had to come back and save his ass. I think McTominay is a bench player, nothing better. FA Cup player, that's it.
Interesting. What about you, Face? What's your thoughts?
Well, actually, I feel I agree with Fisher on a lot of points. I believe this is a game where we got to go full throttle. Last game, we beat Leicester City, but they had 70% possession. We can't afford that.
Leicester.
Casemiro will be the person to help us be mature in the midfield. I truly believe. I would like to see a midfield three of Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno. I would love to see Ronaldo, Antony, Sancho, because there was many moments when Eriksen was looking for someone to play that. I think Cristiano's going to offer that attack where Eriksen was a lot of times he wanted. We're wasting Eriksen right now. I think with our forwards because we don't have that direct attack. I truly believe what we have seen out of Alanga, Rashford. Alanga has to take the bench. I'm sorry. You can't tell me Antony does not know the system better than Alanga. Anthony's ready. He's fit. Let's not joke around. Let's go ahead. Bring our guy in. Arsenal's going to come full throttle. They're all talking. Their fan base is talking invincible shit already. This is the game where everybody's going to judge Arsenal and judge us. I don't think this is the game we should play around.
Well,
I want to see Casemiro. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, here's something interesting. Even though we know that Leicester had 70% possession, they really didn't look like scoring other than the Madison
free kick. Vardy,
did Vardy have a shot on goal? Like my point is we look very, very solid at the back right now. And, Arsenal is a team that they like to spread it around with the goals. They like to spread it around a little bit. Martinelli can score. They got Jesus now. They got Saka. Odegaard, we know what Odegaard's about. So, are we?
Yeah, but
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if we go with the same back four, do we really care if Arsenal's got the ball that much?
Oh yes, we do. We shouldn't make it harder on our back four.
Yeah, but with Casemiro, if we play our triangle with Casemiro, Varane, and Martinez, it's dead bolt. It's dead bolt. There's no one getting past that, which helps Malacia and Delo being able to move forward too up the pitch and help in the interceptions in the midfield and the wing side. If we have those three in the middle with Casemiro a little bit above them, there's no one getting past us, and they'll control the midfield.
That's a good point, Fish, because you have to deal with Saka, right? His game is carrying the ball and running at players. And Malacia is going to have to be freed up to do both, right? He's going to have to track back, help with defense, but also be able to get forward. Ryan, you said they spread the ball around, and they do. They score primarily from the left. I think they've got like 3 players with 3 goals: Odegaard, Martinelli, and Jesus. So it doesn't necessarily.
Quick question: what's the gentleman's name they got from City? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, they don't necessarily work through the middle. They kind of they work through the left, spread the ball around, and kind of like us, they look to counterattack with their athleticism.
But we got to be better in the midfield just on paper, right? Because they got Xhaka still. There's no El Neni. El Neni's out. So
yeah, what are the players that are out for them? We should be able to boss it in the
midfield, right? Even if we started McTominay.
Say it again, Ryan.
So who's out?
Say it again.
I was saying that the midfield, even on paper, our midfield is better than their midfield, right? They still got Xhaka. El Neni's out, so there's no El Neni.
No El Neni, no Party, no Shevchenko. They're all out.
Yeah.
On
paper, we have a better team.
And they really have.
On paper, we have a better team than most teams in the league. You know that.
They've had a great start. But this will be their toughest test for sure. You know what I mean? But the bookies have us favored. And I like that because I think this is a game that's going to go. We thrive in teams that come at us, and if Arsenal comes at us, they're going to pay for it dearly.
Steve Nichols has said that Old Trafford is no longer. He doesn't understand why everybody thinks that's a tough place to play.
Well, because he's a Scouse. All right, don't listen. No Scouser deserves to have any opinion on Old Trafford, on United, on anything. We don't care what he thinks.
It's their job to slag us off.
It is, right? He's getting paid. Him, Souness, Carragher.
Oh, Graham Souness.
Now,
he swears that
I'm gonna slag
Go
off
ahead.
Scousers because I'm a United supporter, but that's what you expect from me.
Exactly.
I'm not pretending to be a legitimate pundit.
Yeah.
So what?
The
So who do we?
Casemiro effect, though. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, who's our 11? Who do you start? Who starts now for
Ooh.
us?
I already told you.
Yeah, he told me that. He's all there. Go ahead, Bandido. What do you think?
Well, yeah, Bandido. What's our
Well, I
11?
think-
Who do you start?
I think the hand sticks. Your back four stays the same. Yeah, I think this is the game to start Casemiro at the 6.
Mhm.
And I like Eriksen and Bruno, a midfield 3. I'm not really sure Antony is going to be ready to start. You know, he was forcing a move, right? So he wasn't training for about
Not
2
training with the
weeks,
team, training on his
right?
own, right?
And one thing
Yeah,
about
but
coaching at a top level, you can't say he knows Ten Hag's system. He knows what he played at Ajax. He doesn't know what he's playing at United, because you can't
Fair
just
play.
think that the two are the same, right? So maybe we see him like Casemiro, where he comes on maybe at the 60th minute. So I think you get Jadon Sancho, and then we don't have a lot of options at top, right? So it's either
No
Ronaldo
Martial.
or I think because of the type of game, I think you start Rashford, you bring on the GOAT with enough time to affect the game. And then I think for now we're kind of, it's Elanga's position, and very soon it's going to be Antony's.
Yeah, he needs time to take to adjust to his teammates, right? More than anything, right? Because it's a system at Ajax, but he's got a whole different group that he's got to play with now at United. I mean, he knows Martinez, he knows
the butcher.
yeah, he knows some other guys that have been around that he's probably played against. But other than that, he's got a little time to adjust. But it's good that we're getting some of these tougher games like that out of the way early, right? Kind of opens up the season a little bit more. So maybe when these guys are settled in, we've got a chance to really go on an extended run.
The game after this, right? So now we're going to start Thursday, Sunday, which we're going to have a
Have
lot
Europa,
of.
right?
Thursday, Europa.
Sociedad.
Thursday, Sunday. So we're really going to have to see the rotation and some squad depth. This is something that Arsenal didn't have last year, right? They finished 8th, I think.
They didn't have to deal with this.
So they didn't have this Thursday, Sunday. So this it's going to be a test for
It's a
them.
different monster. Yeah, it's a different monster, and
they get an extra day of rest, right?
Because I'm big on the word maturity right now. I don't know why. I just feel like we're behaving like a mature squad. I think we have a lot of leaders now on this team. A lot of guys have been in situations versus previous years. My starting, I'm not going to change my back four. I might bring Maguire. I'm just joking. My back four is the same. Midfield, Casemiro, Eriksen, but I'm pulling him off for like the 60th, 70th minute, bringing in Frederick.
A lot of minutes. Yeah, he's played a lot of minutes.
He's the numbers when he's outrun everybody else in our team. It's like something ridiculous. But I trust Ten Hag in that. He seems to believe in his fitness. So I'm gonna start him, but I'm gonna bring him off. I want Tony, Antony, and CR7 to play together. I just want that dynamic up front. I think that is going to cause their back four a lot of problems, because what Antony offers, nobody else on our team can do that, meaning creating space for others. He's a better cross. No one talks about how he can cross. He's an exceptional crosser. I think the dynamic of having I'm so sorry. Forgive me, fish. I think the dynamic of him, CR7, making runs and drawing defenders, that left foot is going to bang somebody on Antony. I think Antony's our wild card. I understand what you're saying about he doesn't understand the system now, but
he's too excited. He's
very excited. He said he cheered against us, cheered against Liverpool
ready.
like Like
He's ready.
he was already on the team, so
He wants the Arsenal challenge. He's
I
so
like
ready.
I like Sancho what he's doing. We shouldn't even touch him. Rashford's in a serious situation. I think Rashford's in a situation, but for some reason, Ten Hag likes what he's seeing in Rashford, and it's the big anomaly to me because why is
I
he
like
pulling off
Rashford.
Sancho before Rashford all the time? I just don't understand it.
Because
But
Rashford's
some
up
people
top.
think he's saving Sancho for this game, so I don't know. But I would like to see Anthony start. And I respect what Mandino's saying, but the kid is what? How old is he?
22.
You remember how we were at 22? Yeah, you remember. We were full of Viagra. We could run all day. I'm not. I think this is a game where I want him to shoot his wad. Go, go, go. I want Arsenal to be stunned. I would like to be up on them 2-0 at half. And then Ten Hag, what I like about what he's doing, he's a thinking man too. We underestimate, I don't think we do, but he's very tactical aware. Thank you.
I like what you said about Eriksen. I wanted to talk about that for a minute. How impressive has he been? I know we were worried, with the pacemaker, like can he play 90 minutes? He's played 90 minutes, I think, more than anybody sans, De Gea. So how impressive has he been? And he moves around all over the pitch. I know you noticed that Ten Hag likes to kind of ping him around when we make different substitutions. So it's he's a classy player. He's a classy player.
Are we going to play them as two cams? Or are we going to play them as center mids? Meaning, are we going to play them up more? Because if we have Casemiro in, he's going to be obviously our defensive mid. So he's going to be in the backfield, maybe to the halfway mark, but he's not really going to move forward into that attacking role because we don't need him to. So Do you think we're going to play them as center mids, or do you think we're going to play both of them as cams, center attacking?
I think I see
Because they're
Eriksen
both
still
center attacking mids.
I see Eriksen still playing the deeper role. I still think he's back there because I think he can make a lot of different passes that we haven't had a player since probably Scholes that could make some of those passes.
So you're thinking a 4-3-3 attack with a 4-3-3 attack instead of a 4-3-3 defense.
I think we stick with 4-2-3-1. I think it's the same formation. It's just Eriksen and Casemiro.
Why 4-2? You wouldn't put up.
I think Eriksen has got a free role just like Bruno does, but I think Bruno can stay further up the pitch than Eriksen would. But Eriksen will be the guy that can switch the play, that can kind of set the pace of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So like at Real Madrid, Modric and Tony, they didn't offer much defensively. That's not their role.
No.
Right. So Casemiro did all that dirty work, simple passes to them. I think what you guys are saying is Eriksen is like so diverse in his game. He can check in, offer another sort of deep line playmaker and kind of take the pressure off of the back four by being available for a pass and then making that half turn and then getting the ball quickly forward. It'll be interesting to see what Ten Hag does in that midfield position. Is he going to start off a little more conservative with two people and then see how the game goes and see how it opens up? The reason Casemiro is brought in is because he can do that role by himself. Right. But then, as the game dictates, Eriksen is clever enough in his reading of the game to kind of fill in where he needs. That's what I really like about him.
And I think that's what's made McTominay so
reading
good.
The game. Say it again one more time.
I was going to say, I think that's why McTominay's thrived. I think McTominay's the one more than anything that needed not only something solid at the back, but a partner that could, to be calm, to be intelligent. Because, some of the guys on our team don't have that level of football brain that clearly Eriksen has. Eriksen's going to be a manager one day, with his level of intelligence, he's able to read the game and fill in where he's not the quickest guy on the pitch anymore. You know what I mean? But he's effective.
But his mind works quick.
His mind works insanely well. And so I'm not really too concerned about his fitness anymore, to be honest with you.
Isn't it weird though how Scotty just had his best game, I think, in a long time. And this is when you would say don't drop him, but we're all like, you got to drop him. You got to drop him
Well, it's
because
tough. It's tough with Casemiro, right? This is a guy that,
Casemiro is one of the best in the world at his position.
yeah.
Okay, this is we don't buy the Bentley and be like, oh well, let's keep driving the Jeep. Let's keep
But it's
driving the
great
Jeep.
competition, though. It's great competition for you to say Scott McTominay's keeping, 4 or 5-time Champions League winner on the bench, right? So it's interesting. It shows you squad depth. And then another point for McTominay, he's been almost undroppable for every manager we've had since Mourinho. I mean, who's dropped him? Nobody's dropped McTominay ever. So
I don't like the word undroppable, but you're right. I think some managers, I don't know. I think Scotty must be a practice monster. I think he must be in practice just like everybody's just like, this is the greatest guy ever. I know he works hard.
1,000% on the training pitch.
But Casemiro is going to be good for him. He's going to learn from him. But this is the time it's Arsenal. They're 5-0. This is not the time for us to tinker. Let's give them our best.
For you,
I don't think Arsenal's played any, but I think Chris, go ahead.
What are the key matchups for the match? What are some key matchups for you guys?
Control the midfield.
Where are they going to look dangerous? Where are we going to look dangerous?
Control the midfield.
Out wide. Out wide for sure. I think the fullbacks, this is going to be a tough test for the fullbacks like it was against Liverpool.
Yes, it is. It really is.
Saka and Martinelli are quick. They're young. And they like to cut in like Bandido was saying. So this is going to be the forward line against our back line is going to be the key matchup. And
I think he's going to do something weird with the lineup. I think he's going to start Shaw, to be honest.
I don't think Shaw's healthy. I think Shaw's a doubt. I don't even think Shaw's available.
Yeah, He said Shaw's a doubt. He said he's not.
Okay.
I don't think Shaw's
good. Okay, good.
So we're not deep at that.
I'm not happy.
We're not deep at the fullback.
Or is he just saying that? Is he playing mind games?
Even Williams
is playing mind games?
He couldn't even play Williams.
Is he playing mind games?
Because
Brandon Williams.
Wan-Bissaka is also out. He's out too.
Yeah.
No, I don't
we're
think
not deep.
I just don't think he's fit. He's not hurt or anything. I just think he's not fit.
Right. Or is he just tell him to stay home? Is that what it is? Just stay home.
He's waiting for it to go to Crystal Palace.
Okay, so
the only person I think he said was definitely out was Martial.
For you, how do we deal with their attack, with their Jesus and Martinelli and Xhaka or whatever they want to.
We have to win the midfield battle. We have to win the midfield battle.
Okay.
That's plain and simple because I'm going to tell you right now, if Gabriel Jesus gets opportunity after opportunity, he's going to put one in. His role at Arsenal, I hate Arsenal. I can't stand their fan base, but I've been impressed with what he's been doing this year. And some guys, when their confidence is high, he looks good confident.
Well, he's getting love. He's getting love at Arsenal that he wasn't getting at City, right? Where City didn't always utilize him. Even when they didn't want to play Aguero, he couldn't get a game.
Jesus.
No, there's Jesus and there's another guy that came from City.
Zinchenko, the left back.
He's injured.
He's excellent. He's excellent.
But he's out.
He's out. He's out.
He's out?
Yeah.
Oh,
he hasn't
am
played
I
the last 2 games.
to myself?
4-0, us.
Am I talking to myself?
Yeah, I thought we discussed this. I thought this was already discussed.
I'm sorry, because you know me, I don't know names.
All right, all right.
A lot of concussions.
Let's do the Arsenal. We'll talk about Arsenal news for a minute. So Thomas Partey is out. No Partey in the midfield. Zinchenko's out. We mentioned that. And there was somebody else was out. Who else was out?
Elneny.
Yeah, Elneny. Yeah, Elneny's out. And then they were saying Odegaard and the keeper Ramsdale are doubts. But at least one of those guys is going to play. But Odegaard came off with an injury against Villa, so it could be Smith Rowe.
Yeah, but they have Smith Rowe, so
yeah, so it could be Smith Rowe that starts. for them. But all right, let's move on from that. What's score
Can I-
predictions? Score prediction.
After this, I'm going to go on a little 5-minute rant.
5-minute rant. All right, Bandido, what's your score prediction? We heard face 4-0.
On
What
me?
are
I
you saying?
think 2-1.
2-1.
United.
Like Liverpool, similar to
Mm.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
All right,
They've got
Fishy.
a lot of attacking options, and I think they do maybe nick a goal, but 2-1 for me.
2-1.
For me, if we have Malacia, the Butcher, Varane, Delo, and Casemiro right above them, there's no way they're getting through that with De Gea. De Gea is a shot blocker. And what are they going to have to do? They're going to shoot from outside the box. Yeah, maybe every once in a while they're going to get a lucky header in, but they're going to have to shoot from outside the box. And what is De Gea? He's a shot blocker. We're going to win 3-0. We are not going to let them score. They're not going to get through Casemiro. If we start him, that's if we start him. If we start him, they're not this dead bolt. They are not getting through Casemiro, the Butcher, and Varane.
I like it. I like the confidence. I do.
Doesn't matter. The attacking is going to have to attack and do their thing, and our midfield is going to have to be there. But as far as our defensive fielding, if we play those 5 people, done. They've never seen a deep. Look at the teams that they play. They haven't seen a defense like us.
Well, another point to Arsenal is as talented as the front line is, it's still pretty young, right? Like Saka's still a teenager. Martinelli, I think, is only like 20, and Jesus, I think, is like not even 25 yet. So that's a young front line there. And even Odegaard or Smith Rowe, whoever plays, behind the striker, those are both young players still too. Even though Odegaard's been around for a while, I don't even think he's 23, 24 yet.
We have young players too, but I just think with the managerial tactics that Ten Hag has, I just think he knows more about tactics than Arteta. I think Arteta is a different style of manager. Ten Hag is a thinker. He likes to think strategy. He wants to. It's like chess to him. How are we gonna get to that? How are we going to get to their king, which is their goalie? How are we going to get there? That's different thinking.
One of the criticisms of Ten Hag is that when we go up a goal and we just hang on to a lead instead of getting that second one and ending the match and crushing their spirit. So I want to see us, instead of sit back and absorb pressure like we did so much of the game for Leicester, is to go out and continue to attack and get that second goal.
I was going to say
Sure.
quickly, how impressive is it to see Ten Hag actually make like in-game adjustments? Like, when's the last time we had a manager that actually like made successful in-game adjustments that were noticeable?
And I think he even said in a press conference that after we scored that first goal in the first half, I liked it, but we needed another, and we should have been up 2-0 before the half, and when in Leicester. And I think they're complacent. It's a lot of the old style of playing with these players that we've had, because they were coached by managers who did want to sit back. I know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted to play the United way, but with the squad that he had, he didn't have the players to do that. So they did sit back. So they're still in that frame of mind that if we score, we got to protect. Ten Hag's got to get them out of that mental thinking, and I think he kind of did that in the second half when they started charging again.
I like to call that reactionary football. That's what I call reactionary football. And you're right, Fish. We've been playing reactionary football for a number of years, and I think that's why, like you were saying, Face, like, why is Ten Hag liking what he sees from Rashford? I think he has to remold Rashford, because Rashford is one of the key players in that reactionary style, and I think he has to kind of calibrate some of that kind of, some of the mentality of some of the players that are in the team that are screwed up because they didn't really have a true coach, right? We had a lot of managers. We didn't have coaches. Ten Hag is clearly a coach like he is a manager, and then he's got a coaching staff that everybody's on the same page, right? And everybody has a role, and everybody does the role, and if they're not doing the role as expected, he's in their ass, right? And when's the last time we had that? When?
Can I tell you my prediction? And I want to give you you're doing a great job today, Sinatra. So I'll let you know that.
Trying.
So I go with a 1-1 draw. It's gonna feel like a 3-1 win by us. I feel this game is gonna be up and down. I think it's gonna be action-packed, but I'm gonna go home with the draw.
You're changing it up? No 4-0 win now?
It went from 4-0 to a 1-1 draw.
I just feel like it's gonna be something that we're all gonna be like, oh my God, we should have won 3-1. And it's gonna be a draw. And I know you guys are gonna talk shit when we win 3-0 or 2-1. And Fish is gonna be in my face. You didn't believe.
Can I go on my 5-minute?
Yes, do your thing.
We've got 3 minutes remaining, so you get 3 minutes of a 5-minute rant.
3-minute rant.
I give our transfer window a 5 because we didn't sell
Out of what?
anybody out of 10. We didn't sell anybody. Not only did we not sell anybody, we didn't do anything with the players. We barely put 4 players on loan. That's not enough. We needed to get all these kids that are trying to come up in Ichabod, in Garnacho, maybe not Garnacho, but all these players that aren't going to play a lot. We needed to loan them out and get them playing a lot, game time. I like it. We got Ahmad out there, but I think we needed a lot of our youngsters to go out on loan. Transfer window isn't just about buying players; it's about selling players. We still have Phil Jones.
He's
who's
hurt.
Outlasted.
He's hurt. You can't sell him. You can't sell a player that's hurt.
Then you let him go. Then you buy out his contract and you let him go.
You can't just void his contract like that.
You can't buy out contracts and let people go.
Buy him out. You let him
Williams,
go.
listen, all the 3 players you're gonna say, Twanzebe, Williams, they're all hurt. That's why we couldn't do anything about it. That's why you can't sell. No one wants to buy a hurt player. No one wants to loan a hurt player.
To the tango, Fish. Someone's gonna want players to sell them.
It's our wage structure, right? No one.
The wages too. Phil
Yeah.
doesn't want to go
That's all
anywhere.
you have to do.
This is what-
That's all he does is get hurt. I'm just gonna pretend to
This
be
is
hurt
what Patch
after
calls
every
residual
transfer.
fucking from Woodward.
Anyway, we didn't get the number 1 signing for our manager. Our manager wanted
Good
his
point.
number 1 signing
Fair play.
was De Jong. We did
That's
not
true.
get him. I'm glad that we got Antony. Casemiro was out of left field, which I like it, but it was out of nowhere. Some American talk, some American analogies. We didn't get his number 1 signing, so I give it a 5. That's mediocre.
play.
We got some good players, but we didn't get his number 1. That's what I'm upset about. And we didn't get enough of players out. We didn't sell enough players. Even with the players that we had, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not hurt. We could have gotten rid of him. Luke Shaw is not that hurt. We could have gotten rid of him.
A point
Yeah,
with
wages though.
Bai
Wages though.
is
Luke
not
Shaw.
hurt.
well, a
Bai
point
is not hurt.
a point with Wan-Bissaka is we wanted Serginho Dest to be the replacement, and like you said, we didn't get our number 1 target in De Jong. We would have had to go back to Barcelona, who was playing fuckery, and then we would have had to try to at the last minute move Wan-Bissaka onto Palace, and that would have been a loser. That would have been a loser deal. Well,
But
all right,
Desmond's
we're
acing
like
the
in
line.
like 30.
We're gonna
We're like
get
30
Desmond.
seconds
Bandito.
now. So quick, wrap it up for us, Bandido. Wrap it up.
Say something that closes out, Bandito.
Reds down the Gooners and let's do them.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. I really wanted to be
Glazers
4-0,
out.
people.
As always, Glazers out.
Like and
Glazers out.
subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Up the
Terrace
fucking
Cult.
Reds. Glazers out. That's right. We're 1878. Brought to you by Moo Moo Mia Ice Cream, Terrace Cult,
Oh,
and we
I keep
got
forgetting.
more. We got more coming with you because our man Bandido is going to be in Manny live in Manny. So be on the lookout for that.
Go,
Right?
go, float, float, float.